And then most men, them feel like so them for wait an extended period of time before a woman then propose to a woman. So a woman just take it up on them and do it themselves.
There's no need to rush and go down on your knee and propose to a man because you feel like somehow your time is out.
If she feels that it is the time for her to get married and she's been waiting, pop the question.
It's a desperate time now for the ladies, you know.
Would you propose to your significant other?
Yes, of course.
That would really look funny to me.
I personally, I couldn't see myself doing it, and it's not a trend that I am for.
If a man and man me 100%, then I propose to him, but if not, no.
Now this Valentine's Day, you might be seeing a different type of proposal because women are taking matters into their own hands, or should I say knees. They're going down on one knee and proposing, asking the big question to their loved ones. Is that a trend we should brace for? Is it here to stay? Is it a new wave of women empowerment?
I don't look at a woman going down on her knees and proposing to a man as a symbol of empowerment.
I mean, like, I feel it's because like women empowerment and because certain people see it as a trend now, so they probably do it as a trend.
In fact, in 2018, Pinterest reported that searches for women proposing to men had skyrocketed 336% compared to 2017, and it continues to grow.
Most men, them feel like so them for wait an extended period of time before a woman then propose to a woman. So a woman just take it up on them and do it themselves.
If you're going to try and marry somebody or propose to somebody out of desperation because he's taking too long, he might be taking too long for a reason. You might need to look into that. You might need to separate and move on.
Would you propose to your significant other?
Yes, of course.
That's 100% no.
Right.
No. Well, let me be fair. I think nowadays couples are getting married at a more mature, older age, right? And so most couples are going to have the conversation about whether or not we want to get married. So if it is, you know, my boyfriend and I, after a couple of years, and we've been talking about it, and we sit down and we have a conversation, in that conversation, I say, come, we could just get married now. Come now, let's just do it. I could maybe see that being a possibility. But for me to go out and purchase a ring and do a whole thing and get down on one knee, I personally, I couldn't see myself doing it, and it's not a trend that I am for.
What has gotten us there? Why women are not hesitating anymore?
We have been fighting and continue to fight so much for equality, empowerment. A lot of us are independent in our own right? And this wonderful man has come into our life to add love and add value and add companionship and all that. And we want to be able to build together. And some women may say, listen, it's been 2 years or 3 years. You know what we're here for. I know what I'm here for. And maybe they might think he's just a little bit shy, or, you know, he keeps waiting for it to be the right time. And maybe she said, well, the right time is when I say it's the right time.
In the society that we're in now, and there is a little bit more equality, women are a little bit more secure in themselves, financially and otherwise. So they feel that it is okay for them, and if it's something that they want to do, then they're going to ask for it.
I don't know if I'm comfortable seeing all these videos with women on their knees proposing.
I would ask the same question. Why is it women so popular in the same work that men do? So women is definitely taking the trend of doing the same thing that men do. They climb light posts just like men do. They do carpentry just like men do. They climb her high roof. Some men's not climbing it.
Well, just as how a man would propose to a woman can do the same.
My husband and I had this conversation, and he embraces it. He says he thinks it's a wonderful thing because men, here's the thing, throughout time immemorial, men are the ones that are the aggressors, and men are the ones that constantly have to deal with rejection, right? We were talking to some friends about this the other day. For the most part, women don't really get rejected on a regular basis or as often as men do.
Especially in the love department.
Especially in the love department. I mean, 9 times out of 10, we're not going to get rejected. But a man, just by sheer numbers and probability, he's approaching more, he's talking to more women, and so will have a higher probability of being rejected. So the thought of one of the biggest moments in your life. You don't have to be the one that has to wonder if you're going to be rejected. And, you know, my husband always tells me, especially with men, every person wants to feel wanted. And when she comes to you and proposes to you, then that makes you feel wanted. And that's important.
For some males, they would find it okay and like they deserve it. So some men wouldn't mind.
You know, when I'm growing up, my grandmother said, it's not who you love, you know, it's who love you. So if a woman loved me, proposed to me, then I would know that a woman really loved me. And then I will learn to love that woman. So if a woman proposed to me, I know for definite sure that yes, she loves me. And that's what I want.
It's a desperate time now for the ladies, you know. Man scarce, man.
Maybe we should not look at it in light of, oh, say the woman is desperate. They're actually brave and allowing themselves to be vulnerable in this moment.
It's not a moment that I would have chosen to be vulnerable in, but to each his own, right? So it's not my thing. But like I said, you know, women, we have to be careful sometimes because we have become so accustomed to being independent. There's so many single mothers out there, and we're working our way up the corporate ladder, and we've taken on very masculine roles. And so it's easy for us to kind of just continue on that road of taking some of those masculine roles. But when you decide to have a gentleman come into your life, you have to be able to be vulnerable, but in the opposite way, and allow him to take away some of those roles that you were playing, you know, and try and find that balance. And if he has said that he wants to be the one to propose, don't take that away from him.
Yes, I think that his ego will be bruised because he thinks that is, I guess how he's brought up, he might feel that is his thing to do, to propose, his role to propose. And, you know, the fact that she asked him, you know, might cause him to be turned off a little.
If she's working and she can afford that $1 or $1 make two, then all right.
From man and man, me 100% when I propose to him, but if not, no.
I'm more the traditional route if a man proposed to me instead of me doing it to him.
The world is constantly evolving. Generations, we've seen huge changes and shifts because of this younger generation now. And we're going to continue to see it. So some of the things that we hold true for, you know, tradition and what we were taught and how we were raised by our parents and our grandparents, we also have to come to the realization that, hey, it's gonna change.
Clearly, this trend is here to stay as more women continue to challenge gender roles.
Everybody doesn't have to get married. You don't have to. It's a wonderful thing if you can. If you find that person that you can work with and work through and go through the ups and downs and the happy times and the sad times. But, you know, I see young women at 25, like they may come here with a friend and they say, boy, I don't have no man. I don't know when it's going to happen. It's okay. When either the Lord puts it in place for it to happen, or the man comes along and you're ready, it will happen. There's no need to rush and go down on any knee and propose to a man because you feel like somehow your time is out. Enjoy what comes your way. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Don't put so much pressure on him. And if getting down on one knee and proposing is what you want to do, I would say do it privately, right? And take it from there. But just enjoy the moment. You know, especially when Valentine's Day and stuff comes around, it's like all this pressure. Just enjoy the moment and enjoy life. As we've learned, life is too short. And when the proposal comes, it comes. And if it's not coming quick enough for you, then, you know, you move on.